In this video, I'm going to show you the new PowerShell Universal admin console in PowerShell Universal version 2. We've completely redesigned the admin console from the ground up for better performance, better consistency, and some more features. So right now we're looking at the PowerShell Universal login page. This is kind of the default login page you're going to see when you start up PowerShell Universal v2. We still support customizing the login page so that you can set your own text and title and images and that kind of thing. We've also added the ability to add links to other places. So I'm going to log in to the admin console. And now you can see the new admin console. It looks very similar to the kind of previous version, but there are some key differences. First of all, we have a dark theme. So if you are like a lot of other programmers and you enjoy having a dark theme, you can just hit that little toggle at the top right there to toggle the dark theme and the light theme. All of the tables inside PowerShell Universal now support searching and sorting, which doesn't really seem that amazing, but it's consistent across the whole product. So no longer do you have jobs that you can't search or sort, but you can actually do that on every single table within the platform. Some other little features that we've added include notifications. So when certain things happen inside your PowerShell Universal environment, you're going to see notifications such as dashboard being stopped or configuration errors inside your configuration scripts. So on the left-hand side, you'll see that the layouts are pretty much the same. We have broken out settings into two different groups now. We have settings and we have security. So before in PowerShell version 1, PowerShell Universal version 1, security was underneath settings, but now it's got its own little location. And instead of a tabbed interface, you actually have pages for each one of these settings. There are some cool things in terms of additional features that we've added to some of these, including the ability to look at information about particular identities. So in one place, you can see all of the information about the admin user in this case. So you can see all the tokens they've created, scripts, jobs they've run, and schedules they've created. We've also added the ability to edit the configuration files directly inside the management console here. So you don't have to necessarily go to disk. You can actually just open the code editor and edit this file directly inside the dashboard. Additionally, we've added a couple buttons to make using VS Code a little bit easier. So if you actually click this Edit with VS Code button, and you have the PowerShell Universal extension installed in VS Code, you're going to get this little pop-up that it wants to open VS Code. Click Open here, and then VS Code is going to say or ask you if you want to open this URL as well. These are just kind of safety things. Click Open here. And what you're going to see in the bottom right here is that I am now connected to localhost 5000. If I go over to my PowerShell Universal tree view here, you'll see that I have access to all of the kind of features of PowerShell Universal. And I can access my files directly in VS Code. So this is just kind of another way that you can kind of edit your files locally and then push those files up to PowerShell Universal via the PowerShell Universal Management API. Another thing that we've added inside the admin console here is the ability to tag scripts. So right now it's kind of two parts. It's organization as well as access controls. So you can see here I've created a tag. I can create another tag like development or something like that and assign a color. And then if I go over to my scripts page, you can see here that we can assign tags to scripts. So right now, tags are just supported on scripts, but we're going to be expanding these to APIs and dashboards as well. And you can actually use role-based access controls to assign users scripts based on tags. So you pretty much would assign access to a tag, and then that user could have access to anything tagged with that tag. So I'll have another video about how to set up access controls because that's a little more of an in-depth topic. So that was kind of the general overview of the new PowerShell Universal version 2 admin console.